Good morning. Hey, welcome to part 10 of our 11-part series titled Hearing the Voice of God. Man, this has been a good series. And I know I've been saying that a lot, but it's true. You know, we've been talking about getting in your quiet place, getting alone, setting that time for God, making that appointment with God. We've been talking about blocking everything out, but you're still not hearing the voice of God. You look back in Scripture, and several of the instances that are talked about give visuals. You know, these people saw angels, they had visual recollections. However, there's others where they heard the voice of God. They didn't see anything, they heard the voice of God. So today I want to ask you a question. Are you a visual thinker or are you a verbal thinker? Now, what that means is visual thinkers tend to think in pictures or uh, motion picture. This is the type of person who will read a book and the movie plays out in their head. They can see the scenes in their head. They can see the characters. They have it all. They think visually based off what they're reading. Okay. Now, there's other people who are called verbal thinkers. Verbal thinkers are people who literally think in words. And I know that might sound like, well, that's the same thing, but what it means is they literally have a communicate. They communicate in their head with themselves. They literally talk back and forth with themselves, and that's how they think. They don't think in pictures. They think in words. And there's people who are a combination of both. Me personally, I'm a combination of both. Uh, I think in graphics and pictures and things of that, but at the same token, I talk to myself. I think in words a lot too. So I'm a combination. The majority of people are a combination. It's just they use one for one thing and the other for the other, and they don't even realize it. So think about that. Which one are you? And the reason you need to know this is you might be trying to hear God's voice when you're a visual thinker. Makes sense? And you might be trying to see God's vision when you're a verbal thinker and He's trying to speak to you. See what I'm saying? There's a difference. You need to know which one you are. You need to pray on this and think on it. I'm going to give you two scriptures today. First one is for the visual. If you're a visual thinker, okay? Visual thinker. Now, you verbal people can use this too, but if you're a visual thinker, read this verse, Psalms 119, verse 18. Pray this verse to God. Open my eyes to see the wonderful truths of your instructions. And think about that. You go to God, you do all that, you get in your quiet place, you make your appointment, you come to God, you block everything out, you worship Him, and you say, God, open my eyes so that I may see the wonderful truths of your instruction. Ah, man, He'll answer you. He'll give you visions, and you're going to be like, okay, which one's this? Now, think back. Remember I said they'll be clear. No doubts, no fears, no nothing. God will give you visions. Are you going to be obedient to those visions? That's between you and God. Now, verbal people, if you're a verbal thinker, you need to use the book of James. And the book of James, verse 1, chapter 5, says this. It says, if you need wisdom, ask your generous God, and He will give it to you. If you need wisdom, ask your generous God. And He'll start flooding your head with words. Words. Get in the Word. Start reading these scriptures. Start seeing where they tie together. And Lord will give you wisdom verbally. Guess what? Why not merge the two? God, give me wisdom through your words so that I may see your vision. Boom. Mic drop. Try it. So that's my daily drink for the day. Remember Psalms 119:18. Remember James 1:5. And I'm going to say it again. Pray to God. Pray to God with this prayer. God, as I read your word, give me wisdom that I may see your vision for me. Y'all be blessed. I'll see you tomorrow for our last and final episode on Hearing the Voice of God series.